Raised flags in honor of 9/11 heroes and victims. LCSO, CCSO, MPD, and several others looked back on the tragic day that united all of us as one nation against terrorism. Now, on your left is the wreath laying at the Pentagon with the guest, First Lady Jill Biden. On your right, the wreath laying in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, excuse me. And then in the middle, the Ground Zero Memorial. All three of these sites are tragically linked, of course, by the terrorist attacks on our country 22 years ago. And all across the country, as well as here in Southwest Florida, people are remembering those who lost their lives. And the Night Beat's Amy Gallo was at a memorial in Bonita Springs this evening. And Amy, people who were there described being in New York that day.
Yeah, I spoke with one woman who was the NYPD deputy commissioner when this happened, and she told me what it was like to watch that second tower fall and then immediately spring into action and helping evacuate civilians and also look for those who were missing in the days following. Where were you on September 11th?
It was a beautiful day. I was sitting in my office.
22 years ago.
I heard and felt the first plane hit. I saw the second plane hit and responded to the scene.
You won't soon forget where you were or who you were with, because in an instant, everything changed.
To see the destruction, the debris falling from the towers, to smell the jet fuel, to see people running, people covered in dust.
Nearly 3,000 people were killed that day, and in the years since, hundreds have been added to that number, with deaths occurring as a result of the toxins present at Ground Zero.
Even just this weekend, 2 more people were identified.
On Monday, the Bonita Springs Fire Department held a ceremony in honor of the 343 firefighters who lost their lives 22 years ago, and the other 341 who have since died from 9/11 related cancer.
It was something to never forget, and we vowed that many, many years ago, and we still hold true to it today.
The Patriot Day ceremony featured opening remarks from DeWitt, a rendition of the national anthem by a local 4th grader, the honor guard, and a bagpiper. And a chilling speech by Maureen Casey, who worked on Ground Zero, matching DNA and trying to bring closure to families all those years ago.
Without question, truly the most challenging work I have ever done. Collecting such personal items from grieving and often angry family members, and then having to make more trips than I care to count to the morgue.
Casey emphasized the importance of never forgetting the attack, but more importantly, ensuring future generations.
So many started today never having lived through that day.
Remember it too. Today's ceremony truly was one filled with inspiration and hope, and quite a few children were present, which is what Casey says is key to ensuring that future generations remember what happened on this day and the sacrifices that so many made. Live on the Night Beat, Amy Gallo, Wink News.
Yeah. Thanks. So many people here have ties to that area.
Yeah, we have so many New Yorkers who were here in Southwest
so many who
Florida.
were there that day, playing critical roles. It's great that some of these people are out there still speaking about it so that people can hear it firsthand.
Yeah, and we can honor them, sure.